And here in the United States, the summer is coming in hot. 1 in 5 Americans, or 75 million people, are under extreme heat warnings. The National Weather Service forecasts that this will be the first significant heat wave of the season, expanding from the Midwest and into the Northeast. Here's our report with more.
Most Americans are flocking to water parks to escape the heat, while others are lining up for cold drinks. As individuals attempt to stay cool, experts warn it's not the heat wave that they should fear, but the heat dome. This weather phenomenon has pushed over 70 million people, that's 1 in 5 Americans, under some level of heat alert. Meteorologists estimate about 150 million people will experience temperatures above 90 degrees Fahrenheit or 32 degrees Celsius. And readings could rise over 100 degrees or 38 degrees Celsius for around 9 million people. Numerous cities in the Midwest and the Northeast will experience multiple days of extreme heat. And as such temperatures aren't unprecedented, their duration in many locations will be unusually long.
I looked at the forecast, I saw, all right, it's going to be toasty on Monday.
That's why we came here. We knew there was like some water relief.
Electric grids and wholesale prices will be stressed as demand rises with the rising temperatures. Experts warn that heat illnesses may also spike, with the elderly, children and outdoor workers particularly vulnerable. Officials explain that some affected areas will have their own heat protocols. To provide some respite, cooling centers will open across New York City and Burlington, and cooling kits will also be distributed to people working outdoors.
And I have to say that it is exceptionally hot, even for this area here in this part of June right now, where the only real escape when you have little ones like I do is the pool. We're going to head to right here. It definitely helps. Other than that, you need an air conditioning unit, window ones, whatever kind, or a fan just like directly blowing over you. That's the only way to survive this heat.
Death from extreme heat has increased in recent years. About 2,300 people in the country died from extreme heat last year, and experts warn that the worst may be yet to come.
Some places may see record-breaking heat for early June. The same numbers might not break records at the peak of the season, but once again, it is still pretty early. And to the extent that that is a portent of what is to come later in the season, there is an expectation that particularly the latter half of summer across the western U.S. may be much warmer than average, perhaps record-breaking warmth in some regions later this year.
Meanwhile, wildfires continue to wreak havoc across California. Flames have engulfed over 14,000 acres, which is over 5,600 hectares of land, and nearly 1,000 people have been evacuated. As firefighters continue to battle the deadly flames, the Los Angeles County Fire Department used choppers to fasten the process. Apart from California, wildfires also continue to engulf New Mexico. Officials in Ruidoso ordered local residents to immediately evacuate as flames threatened the village. Eyewitness footage and photos captured the severity of the South Fork fire, which since yesterday has grown to over 4,000 acres. Human-caused climate change is visibly affecting all parts of the world. Hot extremes have become more frequent and mercury levels tend to reach record highs. An intergovernmental panel on climate change warns that as long as human existence continues, the globe will continue to warm. The consequence will be even more severe for cities where the combination of buildings and concrete pavements creates an urban heat island.
From impeachments to inaugurations, if it's a political story, we are on the scene. The race for the White House is heating up.
We're beating Biden.
How dare he say that?
If it's breaking news, we're live with the latest coverage. From the White House, the State Department, and Capitol Hill, we know the issues, but above all, we know the players to bring you the latest in-depth analysis on all the key stories that we're covering. I'm Eric Ham. Join me from Washington here on First Post America.